Stops and straightens the Blues up with a kick in the lap and direction. Stevens gets to the front. The ball gets to the back. Stanton was good. Look at Hurd in some space. Too much space for the star. Here we go to Joe Watson, and that's beautifully done.
Well,
and he plays on. No one on the mark. Gary and Watson will run in and kick the Bombers first.
Will it spark them? Will it ignite them? Scotland working hard in the middle. Hovering over at Winderlick. There's Bentic. None of you guys want to claim him because he's not a fashionable silver head. But I'm going to. He's my man. Short ball Bombers here. Lloyd presents. Long way from home for Lloydie. Gives it off to Dyson. Missed an early one in this quarter. This one's on target. Dyson rams it home. So the Bombers are sparked into action.
The Brownlow medalist as we get the ball back in the centre. Bombers have kicked the last two. Game gone up a cog. Winderlick to Johnson. To Johnson. Look at Lloyd get involved here on a long lead. Good hands, good kick. Always likes the way he runs straight at the target and drops the footy nicely. And let's look at the result, Brian. It's there. Lloydie from long range goes back.
They can. Look at the chaser for Vola. He's determined but won't get Welsh. Here they go, the Bombers. On the counter-attack once again.
Oh.
Stanton looking for Hurd. Hill just put the one claw there. Here's the finisher, Dyson. Long ball. Lloyd was being held. Lloyd was being held from the goal square by Thornton. Fourth in a row here for the Bombers on offer. He won't miss this. Got a couple, Lloyd. Bombers 4 in a row. They're back in business.
Ball gets to him on the bounce, gives it back to Chambers, then gets a nice Shepherd. Chambers kick smothered. And the Bombers another crack at it through Dyson. Richards there as well. Handball on the up is good. They can bring it away now. Essendon. Long in the Hill direction. Good hands from the big man.
Too big for Lance, big David Hill, and as mobile.
Called to go. Does exactly that. Sits it out in front of Lloyd. And the jukes of Lloyd were absolutely steel-like. Lloyd, set shot for number 3. And it's right through the middle.
And pretty well leaves Whitnall as a loose man.
Boundary umpire. We should put a clock on him as well. Up they go, French. Knocked down Walker with some nice evasive moves. He was knocked down. Dyson gets it, snap at goal. Is there going to be a free? No, it's all clear, so it's a goal. Bombers have got 6 in a row.
Lucas has a second crack at the clearance. This time he gets it to Kepler Bradley. To the superstar Hurd. Not a great handball from him. McVeigh steps through the centre. Good pressure from the Blues. I think the tackle in the end from Waite was high. And McVeigh will take it.
Scotty Lucas turned the last couple over. I think he's trying to tell Kevin Sheedy something.
Here's James Hurd, too far out to score. Sits it up for Lucas at the back. Lloyd it was. Couldn't take the footy, but it's going to be a goal. Johnson just going to walk in and kick the 7th in a row for the Bombers.
A handball to Hurd. Over the top to Welsh. Here's an opportunity for Lucas to get involved with a forward thrust. Kicks a long ball. Lovett and Walker got it. Here's Lloyd. Free kick, Lovett. Gee, I'm not sure what that was for. And this will be a Bombers free.
Walker's gone down here for that.
Just a little open hander, I think. Nothing more than a slap.
I think it was an open hander.
Lovett sends it long. That's going to go all the way. 8 in a row.
Okay.
I think that deserved it, actually.
Fisher smacks the ball forward. The Blues would love a late one here. Welsh, kick into the centre. Carries all players. McGrath comes bursting through, but he coughs up the handball. Kepler Bradley forward to Hurd, and the champ makes him pay.
Bombers way. Hill, beautiful double-hander down to Jason Johnson. Trying to keep it alive, Stanton. Bit of aerial ping-pong there. As the Bombers through Johnson and Bolton combining. Look at this. They're very, very confident. Hurd leads out. Stretches Duke style. Nailed it. Comes in. Sends it long to the punt road end. get very close to the man on the mark. No, the left foot banana, the choice of kick here. Lloyd's kick, goal number 4. The Bombers, 10 in a row.
This time, the long ball option. Hill's just got to stand there. Good mark taken by Richards.
French doing the ball work at ground level. Camporelli pinned by Lovett. Snap at goal. Was it Dyson? I think it may have been. Dyson has nailed his 3rd goal. Whitnell to tidy up. Here's Walker. Shows the ball. Simpson. Lovett. The chase down was brilliant. Bombers away. Other end of the ground. Hill the target. Good job. Jason Johnson wide. Bradley sliding, diving mark. Southern stand wing. There is Stanton with a low ball. Mark Johnson, look at him, strapped up both sides just to keep the muscles in. Kick out wide, and Stanton has run a long way to receive. It's not there. You do exactly what he's going to do now. And look at that. And why wouldn't you? Because that is just absolutely magnificent. Stanton for the Bombers.
To centre half forward. Whitnell caught behind. Morrell comes in for some support. This is where it gets dangerous, though, for the Blues. If the ball's turned over. Well done, McGrath. Really crashed in. Hurd picks it up. And the rebound gets to Jason Johnson. Goes with the ball long to Mark Johnson and finds him. And he can walk in and either handball it over the top or kick the goal. Disarray the Blues defence. And the Bombers have got another one. They end up with this one if it slots out towards the boundary line. There's Barnaby, French and Stevens. Monfries with a little kick forward. Over the back, Lloyd. The tap on was fantastic. Johnson can kick his 2nd in a row. Irrepressible, the Bombers. And Mark Johnson's got 3.
When you consider that the Bombers gave the Blues 3-goal start in the opening 9 minutes. Welsh, and there's no easing on the accelerator here. Look at that. Hurd gives it off. Nash started on the bench. Lets this one go from beyond the arc. 5 in a row, the Bombers. And that may be a first goal in football. It is.
Come back, watch one game, seen his mob give the Blues an absolute smacking.
Well, I'd imagine he'd be liking it because of this man here.
Look at the work of James Hurd. Through the middle. Can load it up and kick a magnificent long goal. Here's as good as it gets. James Hurd.
Might see a desperate run later on. They're all over the back of him. Scotty, of course, on 50 goals as well. Ball in the hands of Dyson, who's been prominent. Monfries, McVeigh now. Monfries, the linking run. They're all getting to the act from beyond 50. Mark Johnson! Almost bounced. With 7 minutes remaining, and Mark Johnson for his 4th goal. Directly in front, he's got it. The Bombers are just playing superb football.
Much needed goal there for the Blues. They're still a mile away. One down to Mark Johnson, who's kicked 4, through to Jobe Watson. Over the top to Monfries, who's been pretty good. He goes to Thomas. High forward from Thomas, and there's Gary's man, Lloyd.
Put the clock on.
For goal number 5. He is very good at this situation. Look at that. Right through the middle. 5 goals in a half a footy for Matty Lloyd. Just the one fist went bang. Carrazzo.
Sure what Paul Thomas was doing.
Tries to bring it away. Scotland claimed. They'll get another forward 50 entry here. The Bombers high for Lloyd. All over the footy. Lloyd couldn't take it. Picked up. Johnson kicks. Goal number 5.
Wouldn't have thought that James would indulge in that.
Betts' kick straight to Stanton. Now Lucas. And out the other side, the numbers here with the Bombers. Nash. In fact, it's Hunt. And he goes beautifully to James Hurd. Lloyd unselfishly let the footy go.
Oh, Fev wasn't watching.
And now Matty Lloyd will take it on the bounce.
He didn't come at him.
Fev coughed it up.
Oh, no,
and that is a goal, and it's not good.
That is embarrassing.
Not good at all for the Fev. And Lloydie's got 6.
Goes for length. Ahead of Richards. Doing it, though, it was Hunt. Around the body on the left. Gee, that's a good mark by Hill.
Super mark.
The run here from the little man. Mark Johnson got one high advantage pay. Look at that kick around the body. He went underneath the armpit of Barnaby French and found Jason Johnson.
Been superb, Mark Johnson, today, and as has Big Hill. That's just keeping your eye on the football the whole way.
About 45 metres out. Kick on the way. Looks absolutely magnificent. Bombers have now got 3 in a row on the third.
Johnson fists it forward. McVeigh was he held. Lloyd lurking. Hurd there as well. Steps through a couple, then claimed. Still the footy deep inside the Bombers forward 50. Monfries. Walker. Claimed from behind by Thomas. The forward pressure exciting. Picked up by Stanton, but the umpire says no, it's with me. And Thomas will go back and take a shot on goal from 40 out slide angle. See if he can slot this one through and tuck away a memory at the home of football. Drop punt on the way.
Oh, yes.
Gee, he likes it too. Just a mini pump because his mob are miles up, but that's a nice goal.
I reckon Scotty Lucas going to worry about getting in Matty Lloyd's space too much.
Just over 2 minutes, in fact. Look at this, McVeigh providing the lead now. Where's Lloyd? He's got Favola.
No.
Lucas chips in. Here goes Lucas. He'll mark. And watch this. I want you to have a wide shot on this if I can, just direct for a minute.
Weren't the type to look up yourself too feverishly in the 80s and 90s.
There he is, Lucas, for that goal. He has got it.
Yeah.
It's there. 5 in a row for the Bombers in the third, and Lucas has got his first.
And this is not for any other reason. They've only spent 50-odd% on the ground.
They've all got a pass rate so far as Jason Johnson over the top to Dyson. Dyson contested ball in the air, wins it.
Like this,
takes
boy.
a bounce. Hurd offers the lead, ignores that. Another bounce. Gets it to 50. Drawing handball to Hurd in the pocket. Will he stand and deliver to the punt road end?
No.
Yes, he does. Jim Bob Hurd has nailed his third goal. Out of the middle. Gets it to half forward. Chambers overrunning it. Welch there to mop up for the Bombers and goes out wide. Now this is the 3-on-1 for Essendon.
Oh, good bounce. Clever
Clever tap on, or bounce it may have been to Hill. Gives it inside to Monfries. Monfries time to straighten, run and deliver. There it is. Saying that he may win the best and fairest.
I did not. I said they tell me he will pile well.
Hurd, driving ball. Lloyd outdoes Favola. Run to the open goal square. Brendan can only stand and watch. Look at him. He said, how did he do that? Lloyd's got 7.
To Morrell. Cooter to fly, but a beautiful mark taken by Mark Johnson. Sorry, Gary.
You're just claiming him at the 15-minute mark of the last quarter,
Might
eh?
have mentioned him earlier
No,
as
you
the
didn't.
footy's with Lucas. He goes
No.
to the man Gary was talking about, Mark Johnson. To the punt road end. No good off the boot, but straight as you like.
Oh,
And Johnson's got 6.
Gee whiz, you're a hard man.
Kicked out down the Great Southern Stand wing, but a beautiful mark taken by Jason Johnson.
What a memorable 150th for Jason Johnson.
Love it. Slides it into Lloyd. Over the top to Morrell.
Oh, good effort.
But Murray made a good effort on that. This now is Richards. Handball into the path of Stanton. They're away. Stanton has a bounce. Got Mark Johnson inboard by hand and uses him. Got Stanton again, the old 1-2. Here we go, Gary.
There it is.
Stanton a couple of bounces. Now with the kick to Jason Johnson. Very good.
Fitting.
That's what he needs to do to kick a goal. Have a look at it. They celebrate the black and red as Johnson kicks a massive goal.
Morrell receives the kick wide, and this to get it under the 100-point margin. And I don't think he's going to do it. He'll have to do it after the siren.
Well, an unbelievable result. I don't think anyone saw this coming. As the very, very impressive performance and a very disappointing performance from Carlton. James Hurd grabs the game ball.